Hi, welcome to Miller Life. Today we're going to be doing dehydrated potatoes, and I'm going to be using my KitchenAid, and I'm going to be using the attachment for slicing. I used golden potatoes for this dehydrating project, and as I peel the potatoes, I do soak them in water, and I do put some fruit fresh in them. That way they don't turn brown while I'm getting them all peeled. This is about 5 pounds of potatoes. Here I am using the attachment on my KitchenAid at a number 4. That's what the directions in my manual call for, using 4 potatoes slicing. And then what I'm finding is sometimes they don't all fit in there, so you do have to have a little cutting board ready and slice them maybe a little bit off so you can fit them in the slicing housing. Get your water going. What we're going to be doing here is parboiling. Parboiling is to prevent when you dehydrate the potatoes from turning brown or even sometimes black. I've never had it happen because I always have parboiled mine. And these are turned into a very thin slices using the KitchenAid. So it turned into about 2 minutes. Once I get some in the pot, I don't overcrowd it. I do recover it. That way it gets to a rolling boil quicker. Again, it took about 2 minutes for that to happen. Here you're going to see that I am doing a fork test, and I do test a few potatoes, as you can see there. And I do take another scoop out, put them back, do another little scoop just to make sure they're kind of all done. And then I'm going to put them in cold water. I did have ice cubes in these, but this is my second batch here that I'm showing you. So there aren't as many ice cubes in there. And then once I get them all in that, I will go over to the sink, rinse them off real well, put them in another bowl of water that's waiting, and just keep going until I have them all done. All right, now it's time to place everything on the dehydrator trays. As I had mentioned, that I feel like the slices were kind of thin with this. I think next time I'll be using my mandolin or even my food processor. This was the first time I used my KitchenAid attachment. I like it for many things, but I think these were a little bit thin. They did turn out nice, but they were quite thin as far as the end result went. You don't want to overcrowd your trays. And I think another downside to the KitchenAid was it had a lot of little shavings and teeny little edge slices, which you don't really get when you use a mandolin. So, you know, it dehydrated fine, but they looked more like some pieces versus nice potato pieces. I did get a lot of nice potato pieces, but I think it was an uneven result. So that would be my downside of using the KitchenAid attachment. I will proceed with putting all of them on the trays, and then I will bring you back and show you my end results. Here's my Excalibur all loaded up. It took about 4.5 hours to dehydrate these thinner slices of potatoes. Once they're all dehydrated, I put them in a mason jar after they've cooled for a little while, and my test is to snap them in half. You hear a nice little snap, and also if you drop them on a plate, you'll hear like a tink. I put Decasin in here to store in my mason jar, and I do condition them for about, I kind of let them almost a week. And then I will vacuum seal that jar. So my final result turned out beautifully. I dehydrated them at 125 degrees for about 4.5 hours. They were Yukon Gold potatoes. They turned out beautifully. Now I have a nice half-gallon jar of potatoes in my storage, and I have a little bit left over, so I'm going to be making some scalloped potatoes with these. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for visiting.